They were top of the table last time we played them, and they've fallen away a little bit since then. However, they are still in 6th place in the championship. We're going to take on Luton Town in episode 57 of the Redmont Rangers Road to Glory career mode here on E8FC24. Let's get into it. So another big episode here as we are about to take on Luton Town in the league. We are away from home at Kenilworth Road. We have got Norwich City to take on in this episode as well. And then we're going to be following that up with a cup game against Leeds United. The January transfer window has opened. So we are currently on the 2nd of January. If we take a look at our budget though, we don't have really any money to spend. We have just under 600,000. So not too many options in terms of, players to bring in, at least at this stage. Of course, if we were to sell any players, that would give us a little bit more flexibility. So I'm going to need some feedback in the comments on this episode. What do you want us to do with this money? Are there any players in the squad that we should be looking to sell to raise some funds? Is there a particularly efficient way we can use the remainder of that 600,000, or should we just keep it, renew some contracts, make sure we've got money to sign youth academy players and that kind of thing? If we take a look, at our kind of financial side of things in the squad hub here, we can see we've got some fairly valuable players. Daniel Jefferson has taken a massive boost to his market value. He's up 131% to 33.5 million. So he's really progressing. He's up 3 overall and approaching an 80 overall now, the 23-year-old striker. So that's quite the nest egg if we were to sell Daniel Jefferson. It's not something I'm really eager to do, to be honest. He's a very good striker. He's our number 1 guy, our number 9. So not something that I'm looking to do. But I mean, if we were offered something like 35, 40 million, there's no way a club of our size could turn that down. Caleb Taylor, some distance behind. I would be more than happy for our top player to be worth 12 million, but Daniel Jefferson absolutely leaves him in the dust. Alex Petit, exciting young player, 9.5 mil. Same goes for Jesse Cartwright at 8.5. So I mean, our squad is so small already. There's not too many options in terms of players that we can sell. We could maybe make the squad a little bit bigger, depending on who we've got in our scouting reports for this week. Doesn't look to be anybody of any interest from the USA. We've had a couple of good prospects from Ukraine already, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case this time, as again, nobody of any interest there. And then England, I don't think we've signed a player from... We might have signed one player from England this season, actually, but doesn't look like we're going to do the same this week, as they are all, unfortunately, duds. Nathan Baxter is going to get his chance against Luton Town. We've been back and forth between Roman Hewitt and Nathan Baxter this season, and I still really can't decide who I would prefer to be my number 1. Nathan Baxter is 2 overall higher than Roman Hewitt, but Roman Hewitt has an advantage in each of the stats that I care about the most, really. Diving and reflexes, certainly. His handling is slightly worse, but I don't care about that quite as much, and his kicking is much better. His positioning is the big one, though. Nathan Baxter has a big advantage over Roman Hewitt in terms of positioning, and that is an important attribute that I certainly do consider. Daniel Jefferson is a little tired. What we're going to do is we're going to start Samson Tavide today. We haven't played with him too much in the series so far. He's been playing a lot of our simulated games, but we haven't really used him a great deal in the games that we've played. So Samson Tavide getting the start up front today. Pretty much our strongest back 5, but Barley Mumba is out for 6 days with a dead leg, so Oscar Duarte comes in. Eli Justin, Alex Petit up there with Samson Tavide, and then our 2 strongest central midfielders. So a trip to Kenilworth Road, not in the game at the moment, unfortunately. So just a trip to Court Lane, technically for us. 5-3-2 again. We slipped up against Sheffield United in the last episode, playing a 5-3-2 and focusing on attacking down the wings. So we're going to have to hope that we don't make the same mistake this time. And I think today is going to be the day that we run out in the third kit. You're going to have to give me feedback on that as well. What do you think about the third kit? I liked it when I designed it. Here it is. And now when I look at it, I think it's absolutely disgusting. I've completely changed my mind about it. And I think we're going to have a different third kit for next season. So really disappointing end to the last episode as we took on Sheffield United at home and we lost 2-0. We absolutely dominated the game, really. It was even on possession, but we were just far more threatening with the possession that we had than Sheffield United were. But we absolutely gifted them 2 goals. We just allowed Benny Traore to walk through on goal twice. And he scored both times. They were the only 2 shots that Sheffield United had the entire game. And they scored them both. So, certainly hoping that we don't see a repeat of that here today. If we do, I think potentially we're going to have to try and... We might have to explore the 4-3-3 formation that we experimented with last season. Because I have noticed when we tend to play 5 at the back formations, we tend to dominate possession, but we can't really create too many chances. We do create one there, but the header from Eli Jost just flashes wide. Just in front of the Redmont Rangers fans, tucked away in the corner of the ground there. So I think playing this 5-2-3 formation is just too easy for teams to set up against us and to just sit back and defend and wait to try and hit us on the counter-attack or take advantage of a mistake that we might make, like we saw Sheffield United do in the last episode. So we might need to find a way to be more aggressive, and that might be with that 4-3-3 that we used to good effect last season at times. I've been a little wary to use that this season just because the level of opposition is so much higher in the Championship. I don't want to leave us too exposed at the back, and we are so solid, or we're usually so solid, in our 5-2-3. Alex Petit, can he lay it off for Alex Lowry? Just about. It's a good challenge from Luton Town, and it actually bounces off Alex Lowry and out for a goal kick. 80 million for Joshua Kimmich to Spurs. That's an interesting transfer. So, a big game for Samson Tavide here. As we said earlier, he's not really played too often this season because Daniel Jefferson has been having such a good year, but he gets his opportunity today. Thought that might be the case in the last episode as well. We had to push so hard for a... Well, not even an equaliser. We had to push so hard just to get back into the game in any capacity against Sheffield United. And it did take its toll on the team. That's a bad challenge. That should be a yellow card. And the referee's going to bottle it. Only 10 minutes into the game. Sometimes referees don't like to get their cards out so early in the game. But I think if it's a yellow card challenge, it shouldn't matter what minute the yellow card challenge takes place in. He should be producing the card. Oh, and it's unlucky from Alex Lowry. Couldn't decide whether to try and slip it through to Samson Tavide or to Alex Petit. Decided on Alex Petit in the end, but just got a little too much on it. And out for a throw-in. Eli Just has come into an interesting area to try and press here. It works out, though, as Luton Town run out of options. We relinquished possession far too easily, though. Giving it straight back to them. We've done well to win the ball back there. Eli Just, rather, and Samson Tavide. You cannot blow the whistle for that, referee. That is shoulder to shoulder. I cannot believe he's given a free kick for that, yet the reckless sliding challenge wasn't a booking. You need to make your mind up. I think Samson Tavide is going to be offside. Oh, he's actually not. Eli Just lays it off for Alex Lowry, who strikes and is blocked. I was expecting the linesman's flag to go up, but it never did. Samson Tavide doing really well just to bend his run and time it perfectly to remain onside there. Pretty quiet atmosphere here at Kenilworth Road. Really poor defending. But Greaser recovers. Gives it straight back. And again, we could be in trouble here from a defensive mistake. That's a really good challenge from Jesse Cartwright there. And we could break here with Alex Lowry. And eventually Alex Petit on this right-hand side is going to do well to get there. And I don't think he's going to have the pace to beat the defender, and he doesn't. Do he force the goalkeeper to clear, though? And Bert Greaser wins the header and wins possession back. Jamie Shackleton in space for Redmont Rangers. Again, Eli Just, I thought potentially could be offside there, but he cuts inside and strikes from range, and the goalkeeper just beats the ball away into the ground. It was bouncing around there, and Alex Lowry potentially could have got on the end of it and tucked it in, but the goalkeeper manages to recover just quickly enough. Oscar Duarte puts the ball in, cleared from Luton initially. Not a great clearance in the first instance, but they are first to the second ball, and they do manage to come away with it. Alex Petit unable to win it back on the right hand side there, and again, and a nice little ball slipped through. Caleb Taylor comes across to try and put a stop to the attack. And good composed play from Redmont Rangers at the back there. Oscar Duarte's in space on the left-hand side. Eli just makes a run in behind, but that just opens up some space for Duarte to run into. And he does now release the ball to Eli Just. Samson Tavide's in good space. And we just can't find a Redmont shirt with these crosses. It's the story of the Sheffield United game as well. We work the ball into wide spaces early and often against Sheffield United, but crossing the ball into the box, we were just unable to find Daniel Jebison or Alex Lowry, or any Redmont Rangers player for that matter. And the same goes here. These 5-3-2 formations, they do give up possession in the wide areas, but they do also defend the penalty area very, very well. We're certainly outnumbered when the ball is put into the penalty area with just a single striker and 3 centre-backs to compete with. Really good play from Petit. Releases Alex Lowry. Can't get a shot off. I really hope today doesn't go the same as the last episode against Sheffield United. It's gone much the same way so far. Lots and lots of possession for us. Lots of possession, particularly in wide areas. But when it comes to just getting a final shot at goal, we're unable to get anything too clear-cut in terms of an opportunity. It's half chances that we're having to try and make the most of. Like in the Sheffield United game, though, we are doing well to defend against any Luton Town counter-attacks. And Eli Just could be away on the left-hand side here. Does have the beating of the Luton Town fullback and the centre-back as he cuts inside. Again, he shoots from range. That's all we can manage, is shots from range, and it's crosses into the box that are easily headed away. We do need to find a way to create something a little more dangerous if we're going to win this game. It might be a game where we switch to 4-3-3 at half-time. Oh, good challenge from Petit. Sloppy from Luton Town, and Eli Just is, I was going to say in behind here, but Luton Town do get back and put a stop to the counter-attack. It looked dangerous for a minute. Eli Just, unfortunately, while he's a good player and technically sound, he's not one of our pacier wingers. Alex Lowry gets into the box this time, though. Pulls it back for Samson Tavide, and he just drags the shot across goal. That might have been one of our best opportunities of the game so far, to be honest, and that is disappointing to say the least, because it wasn't a great opportunity. It's all we've been able to muster so far, though. Unable to win the ball back now as Luton venture into our final third for one of the few times that they have this half. Doesn't last long, though, as Jamie Shackleton nicks the ball away. There's just nothing on ahead of him, though. Ball from Luton Town again, gives it straight back. All really well worked, and Jamie Shackleton's in a bit of space again here. Eli just ahead of him, he's onside. And Samson Tavide in a good space, but blocked by the Luton Town defender. Plays it off for Oscar Duarte, who tries to put it in, and again it's blocked. This time with an arm, so we'll have a free kick in a dangerous position at the very least. And Alex Petit will put it in. We're looking for... Don't think Daniel Jebison is even in the box. Of course he's not, because he's on the bench. So it'll be Samson Tavide we're looking for. And doesn't beat the first man. Poor free kick. And another wasted opportunity. Just looking for the blue boots of Daniel Jebison there and didn't see them. Of course, he's not up front today, so... Not the best idea to aim for Daniel Jebison, as we'd be booting the ball away towards the halfway line and the dugouts. Oh, I thought it was just going to fall for Jamie Shackleton there, but it didn't quite. I do like the idea of switching to 4-3-3 at half-time. Luton Town haven't challenged us much going forward. Alex Petit in space. Really bad shot. Eli just lays it off for Oscar Duarte. Gives the ball away. Good challenge. So Luton Town haven't offered much going forward. And I would like to be a little more dominant in the central midfield areas. So I am going to make a change at half-time. It's going to be 4-3-3 holding. It's going to be Eli Just, Samson Tavide and Alex Petit up front. And it is going to be Oscar Duarte who comes off for Matthew Garbett, who is going to step forward into central midfield whilst Jamie Shackleton sits in that holding role for us. Potentially we should be bringing Risa off rather than Duarte, in case we do want to go back to a 5 at the back formation where Oscar Duarte will fit in better in that left wing back role. I'm going to take this risk though. Burke Reese is the better player, and he can do a job at left wing back. He's not ideal there, but he can do a job there if we do want to go back to 5 at the back at some point in this second half. For now though, we're looking to get ahead in the game. One fewer defender, one extra midfielder, and a creative midfielder at that. We've got Alex Lowry and Matthew Garbett playing alongside each other now. Oh, and Eli Just. Really good persistent play from Eli Just there, but I guess the referee spotted a hand. So usually we would just be playing Alex Lowry or Matthew Garbett. They play a similar role. And with just two central midfielders, it's very rare that we would be playing them together. And Alex Petit is onside. Get in the box. Get in the box. Samson Tavide in the area. But again, there's just so many Luton Town players back there. We do have Norwich coming up in the next game. It was a really good game against them last time we played them at Redmont Arena. Nice ball across from Luton Town, and Josh Key is struggling to get back in position. And Nathan Baxter does well to come out and claim. Rolls it out to Chong. Just wanted an overarm throw there. I've complained previously that I think you should be able to choose between an underarm roll and an overarm throw. I wanted a throw there. I thought I'd put enough power on it to get a throw animation rather than a roll, but... Oh. And the referee waves play on. Great challenge from Burke Reeser. Sends the Luton Town player flying. No, we're trying too hard. We're trying to force it. Matthew Garbutt had made a good run forward, and I just wanted to reward him for that. Nice little ball over to Eli Just. I'm not going to cross it in this time. There's not enough players in the box. Instead, Eli Just cuts inside. We do get a green time shot. But it's blocked by the shins of the Luton Town defender, who continue to defend very deep and very well, to be fair. Samson Tavide's done very little so far in the game. He's had very little to go on, though. And he gets back and defends well there, winning the ball back for Redmont Rangers. And it's poor from Matthew Garbutt. It's not been the best since he's come on, Matthew Garbutt. He's not made a real impact on the game beyond giving the ball back to Luton Town. Oh, he's almost won it back for Redmont Rangers there, though. And Josh Key has done that. Manages to win the throw-in by forcing the ball off the Luton Town player. Oh, and I haven't seen him at all there. No idea how I missed him. A Luton Town player just lurking in the centre of the field. Tried to play the ball across the back line. And we've just given it straight to him. Almost another catastrophic mistake. Similar to those that we made in the Sheffield United game. Big switch of play, and Eli Just is in a good position on the left wing. Again, cuts inside. Just tries to slip it through. Lays it off instead from Matthew Garbutt, who shoots. James Shackleton in a good area. He also strikes. And it's a good save, low and away to his left by the goalkeeper. He had to get down quickly for that one, as the shot came through several bodies. Alex Petit into the box. Burke Reeser up with the header, and it's another great save by the goalkeeper. Away to his right this time. A fantastic dive and save to push the ball away. Eli just puts it in from the opposite flank, and it's cleared this time by Luton Town. Reeser gets there first, and Eli Just should be able to cross again towards the back post, and Samson Tavide. He challenges but can't win the header. It's going to have to be Samson Tavide off for Daniel Jebison next time the ball goes out of play. He's run himself ragged up front today, Samson Tavide. Hasn't been a particularly fruitful effort from him, but has been effort nonetheless. Tempted to shift forward into one of our attacking game plans. That would mean going back to 5 at the back, unless we went ultra attacking, though, which I'm not massively keen on doing at this stage. Oh, and Josh Key's been beaten. Really good strength from the Luton Town attacker to hold him off as he tries to get back in the play, though. Matthew Garbutt just nicks it away. Alex Petit up ahead of him. Plays a good ball in behind for Alex Petit to get on the end of, and he does beat the Luton Town defender. Cuts inside, but good recovery from Luton Town. Oh, Matthew Garbutt can't quite bring the ball under control to cross. Good challenge from Samson Tavide. Again winning the ball back high up the pitch. Drives into the box. There's just no options. Just completely outnumbered every time. Josh Key tries to put the ball in, but it is blocked by the Luton Town defender, and we can make a couple of changes. Daniel Jebison is coming on. Lewis Baker is coming on. Joe Powell is coming on. Probably want to switch Powell and Baker in those central midfield positions, actually. Should be another free kick in a dangerous position here for Redmont Rangers. And we'll just try and work the goalkeeper with anything, really. Can Alex Petit get there? He can't. So it's been another fairly dominant performance in terms of chances created. Good challenge from Luton Town, and it's actually a free kick. Surprised by that. I thought that was a good challenge from the Luton midfielder. Referee disagrees, though, and he even gives a yellow card for it. Marvellous Nakamba with the challenge. I would have let play go ahead there. Powell chips it up into the box. Doesn't quite fall on the edge of the box for a Redmont player, though. And again, we can't keep hold of it in central midfield there. We've hit a bit of a dry spell in terms of goals. Things remain the way that they are. That'll be 2 episodes in a row where we failed to score in games that we've played. We've not exactly been free scoring in simulation either. This is a good opportunity here, though, for Burke Reeser, who absolutely squanders it. Just runs straight into the Luton Town defender. Really had a chance there. Burke Reeser does win the ball back, and we give it straight back. Luton Town almost running the ball out of play for a Redmont throw-in, but instead they find themselves away on the right-hand side. Cut inside to Chong. And we're going to have to be careful here. Jesse Cartwright, no foul. Good save. Nathan Baxter keep the ball in play, and he does exactly that. Got players over on the right-hand side here. Rolls it out to Josh Key. Does have the pace to get away from the Luton Town press. Just chips it ahead to Alex Petit. Daniel Jebison's in the box looking for the cross, and he finds it, and what a save that is. Unbelievable save by the Luton Town goalkeeper. Daniel Jebison did so well to get his head on it. And it flashed across goal. And how the Luton Town goalkeeper has saved that, I do not know. I think he saved at least a point for his club by the looks of it. Just 10 minutes to go. The best opportunity of the game so far for either team. Oh, and a poor touch from the Luton Town defender, and Alex Petit. He's tired. He doesn't have the most pace anyway, but he does manage to get into the box. Fires across goal, and he puts it in. Alex Petit just about manages to finish, but he does somehow find the back of the net. I was nervous there when I heard the sound of the ball hitting the post. But thankfully for Alex Petit, Hans Newman and Redmont Rangers, the ball goes into the net rather than away. Alex Petit just showing really good pace and strength. Daniel Jebison doing his best to get in the way of Alex Petit. Making an absolutely horrific run across his path. Why he was running there, I will have no idea. But regardless, Alex Petit fires across goal, and there's nothing the goalkeeper can do about that when he's made some good saves so far today. But it is Alex Petit who puts Redmont Rangers ahead. We're going to drop back into our 5 at the back formation now. We do have one change left to make. So that probably is going to be O'Hora on for Alex Lowry. And into the back 5. As you imagine Luton Town are going to press for an equaliser now. Oh, and I thought they had it. I thought they had it. Ross Barkley is missing. I thought they had it there for a minute. Right, so Reese is going to have to play left wing back. Oh, Alex Lowry, it looks like we've brought off already, actually. So Eli Just is going to be the player to make way for O'Hora, who is going to drop into the back 5, and we're just going to try and defend our 1-goal lead for the last 5 minutes plus stoppage time. We should be able to. Especially if Luton Town neglects to press us, which it looks like they are doing. I would have thought they'd be flooding players forward to try and win the ball back here. But we are able to just keep the ball. It's a poor pass from Jesse Cartwright, though. Can't really afford to be giving the ball away that easily. And we just have a couple of minutes to see this out. This would be a really, really good victory away from home. This wouldn't quite go far enough to completely make up for the disappointing loss to Sheffield United, but it certainly would be a step in the right direction. Sheffield United are a team that are far more of a threat to us than Luton Town. Luton Town we're kind of competing for just a position within the playoffs with. You know, it's not like they can really knock us out of the playoffs with a result here. We are comfortably in the playoffs. 10 points ahead of Swans. 10 points I believe it was. Maybe even 12. I think it was 12 actually, points ahead of Swansea City in 7th place. Good feet from Josh Key. Gets into the box. Pulls it back for Alex Petit. It's bounced off the keeper and off the defender. Thought Alex Petit was going to double the Redmont advantage late on here and secure the game. Sheffield United, though, obviously a much bigger threat because we're competing not for a playoff place with them. Good effort. But for an automatic promotion place. Is that the final whistle? It is. I thought we had another minute or two of injury time left to play, but that is the final whistle. And we do manage to sneak a 1-0 victory away from home at Kenilworth Road over Luton Town. Alex Petit with the goal late in the game to secure that victory for Redmont Rangers. And those could be a vital 3 points. They could even be enough points to put us back at the back into an automatic promotion place, depending on Sheffield United's result, which was a draw. So we do go back into the automatic promotion places. We have to thank West Brom for holding Sheffield United to a 1-1 draw. Barley Mumba's only out for 6 days. We should have him back for, if not the next game, then the game after that. Every player did his job today. It wasn't the easiest game, but we did well just to nab a victory. You don't always win with, you know, beautiful, dominant performances. Sometimes you have to win ugly, and that's exactly what we did in that game. So we do go second in the league. We are still 8 points behind Bournemouth, so we have gained on them by a point somehow, and 2 points ahead now of Sheffield United in 3rd place. West Brom doing really well to get a point there as they sit 5 points behind Sheffield United in 4th. 2 other difficult games to get to. So Barley Mumba again is back. We've got an offer for Warren O'Hora of 1.25 million. That's certainly something that we could accept. I'm not going to, though. I don't think Empoli is a particularly realistic destination for him. If it was a more realistic destination, possibly I would have accepted that. So Barley Mumba has earned his place in the team. We will put him back in the side if we can. I know we did bring him back a little quickly last time, and that is what caused him to get injured again, but it is a visit from his ex-club Norwich City to Redmont Arena this time, so I would like him to play if he can, and he does want to play, so we'll rotate the side a little bit again for this one. O'Hora's coming in. Mumba's coming back in. Brendan Clark on the right-hand side. Daniel Jefferson returns. Matthew Garbutt in midfield. I think we will put Duarte on the bench as well. And that will be the 11 for this game against Norwich City, which we will be quick simming. Quick look at their pre-match report. They've got pretty much the same team that they played against us last time when we went to Carrow Road. It was Josh Sargent with 2 goals in the second half that got a 3-2 victory for them on that occasion. So hopefully we can get a better result this time. And it's a 2-2 draw, so technically a better result. Still not exactly what we were looking for, but again, a late goal from Josh Sargent is what rescues a point for Norwich City this time. Swansea City win, Luton Town win. So both playoff teams with victories there, or Swansea City, I think, just outside the playoffs. So I think Josh Sargent should be a player that we potentially look to bring in. He does fit the Redmont Rangers kind of mould. And I think he would be a nice pairing alongside Daniel Jebison and or Samson Tavide up front. He's worth 10 million, so potentially not this season, but if we do make it up to the Premier League next season, potentially another option that we can add up front. So we'll scout him. We'll add him to the shortlist as well. A game against Leeds United here then. So we do have an objective from the board to reach the round of 16 in the FA Cup. So we could do with a win here. However, it is against Leeds, who I believe are Premier League opposition. So it's not going to be the easiest game. And it looks like we're not going to be able to play our strongest 11 either. Just because, again, we need to rotate the side just in interest of fitness. I think I'll actually leave O'Hora in just because I care a little bit less about him being fit. I'm going to put Baker in. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to leave Lowry and Shackleton in midfield. So Shackleton against his old club this time. And we'll see what we can do against Leeds United, who will be lining up in a 4-2-3-1. Ansu Fati up front. Jack Harrison on the left. Brandon Aronson in the side as well. And Elan Melier still in goal. He's a decent target for a young goalkeeper in career mode. And we lose 2-0, unfortunately, to Leeds United. So for, I believe, the 4th season in a row, we miss out on the FA Cup objective. So the board not going to be too pleased with that, I wouldn't imagine. I'm not too fussed. I don't really care about the FA Cup. I only care about it as far as, you know, maintaining the board's faith in us, essentially. If we could reach the round of 16 and check that off the objectives list, then all good. But I'm far more interested in the league, obviously. Unfortunately, though, in the league, we have dropped back down to 3rd place. So back into the playoffs. Sheffield United draw level on points. And again, they go ahead of us on goal difference. So halfway through January now, 16th of January. Let me know what you think we should do in terms of transfers. Do we try and bring in somebody like Josh Sargent? Is there another area of the squad that you think needs to be strengthened as we move towards the end of January and the transfer window closing? Is there a particular player that we should be looking to sell, either to, you know, make a bit of money from them, or just because they're not performing for the team? So drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. We'll have one last quick look at the calendar before we wrap up here and see what we're doing in the next episode. So 2 games in the league against Preston and against Coventry. We then have a game against Portsmouth. We do then have the closing of the January transfer window in between as well. So I think potentially Portsmouth will be the game that we play. We'll quick sim the first 2. We'll run through the January transfer deadline, and then we will take on Portsmouth at home. So we'll look forward to that in the next episode. Hope to see you there. Take it easy. Just before we leave, I have a specific decision that I need you guys to make. I was just advancing to the next game and I was about to log off, and this little baby came through in the inbox. So Sheffield United have offered us 25.3 million and Tom Davis in exchange for Daniel Jebison. So Sheffield United, of course, the team that we bought Daniel Jebison from. However, they would like him back. They've seen how well he's done for us. They've seen how well he's progressed. And they've changed their minds. They'd like Daniel Jebison back, and they would maybe like Ryan Brewster to be the player that they move on from. So should this be an offer that we accept? 25 million and Tom Davis. He's 28 years old. He's worth 6.5 million. Jebison's market value is 33.5. And the assistant manager thinks we could get up to towards 37 million. So the offer definitely falls short of that valuation. It's 31.8 in total, including Tom Davis. So short of his market value, short of the top end of what the assistant manager thinks we can get. So do we accept that? Do we reject it outright? Do we try and negotiate? Should we try and get a different player rather than Tom Davis and a bit of money to go along with it? This is a decision that I'm definitely going to need your help with down in the comments. So let me know what you think, and we'll make a decision in the next episode. Again, look forward to the next one. Take it easy.